Oh, I clapped early. Damn,
I
that was
think
a good clap, John. That was a great clap.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Quarantine Diaries. We're almost at a big milestone. 10's gonna be a big episode.
Soon enough,
But
to get 100.
hello to my co-host Connor. Connor, welcome back to the show. And in the studio we have Connor Cangelo, who was dialing in.
The national champ.
Thanks for having me here, guys. Real excited, longtime fan. Glad to finally make the cut.
Was supposed to be on Saturday's episode, but due to unforeseen circumstances by maybe a guest, I'm not going to say who, but he had to get bumped.
We'll have plenty of brackets to make up for it, for sure.
Yeah, because this quarantine's not ending soon. Okay, into the segments. Now, John, you know how we start each episode with a career question.
Okay.
So who's had the better career between these two brands, Coke or Nike?
Wow. Two heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Coke just because they've lasted basically the test of time, right? Nike's kind of new school. I think Coke,
I think I agree with
in the 20s? Who knows?
Coke's never been accused of abusing Chinese children in their factories. Nike has that problem.
Oh no, that was just Coke doesn't have that, but because I guess Coke's headquarters in Atlanta is in Atlanta, and Curtis told me, our Atlanta friend, that Coke, they make it seem like they originated in Atlanta, but it was some other town in Georgia, and Atlanta's like, yeah, we're just taking you, and so they did. It's called bullying.
Money talks.
And the second question, who will have the better career? And this is a fun one. John, you're not a big basketball guy, so you may not like it as much. Jason Tatum or Deshaun Watson?
Tatum. He's on the rise.
I think that's the right answer. Tatum's going to win stuff. I don't know if Watson ever is, especially as long as he's in Houston.
Yeah. I beg to differ. I do think it's Tatum, but I saw this. Apparently, Deshaun's one of the favorites to be the Patriots starting quarterback next season.
Yeah, Deshaun's out of there. He's pissed.
He's got to be. He is a proven winner. I love the big game mentality players, so he is one of those, I do have to say. But I'm still Tatum for sure.
Tatum wins something big sooner.
Just a quick top 10, too, I need to rattle through. It's actually an old one, Kyle. It was from
I have 3 in the burner.
It was from the first bracket pod we did with Andy that didn't get recorded, and I just have it saved.
Love that.
John, you'll like this. It's my personal top 10 favorite duos. Not the best, my favorite. First one, number 10, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. I know they didn't win a title, but I love them, and I regret that they didn't win a title. Number 9, mozzarella and marinara sauce. It's the duo that built Italy. Italy's having tough times right now, but shout out to mozzarella and marinara sauce. 8, Jay-Z and Kanye. They were great. 7, Scott Van Pelt, Ryan Russillo. Best tandem ESPN ever had, which includes Wilbon and Tony and Skip and Stephen A. Shout out Stephen A.
Wow. Bold take. Love it. Also agree.
Uncle Tony.
Number 6, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. My favorite on-screen couple ever. Number 5, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Best backcourt to ever stop LeBron from winning 3 additional titles.
Thanks
4,
for your service.
Kobe, they're just super cool. 3, it's a 3A, 3B type situation. We have peanut butter and jam or jelly. PB&J we'll just go with. / peanut butter and chocolate. Speaks to the versatility of peanut butter. To be paired with both of them and just still be lethal. 2, Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin, my favorite hockey players. They win Stanley Cups and MVPs. Not a big fucking deal. And number 1, Timon and Pumbaa.
Wow.
Told you it was quick.
It was.
I like Timon and Pumbaa.
It's really tough to fold any of those.
Timon and Pumbaa is just like something you wouldn't expect.
Oh, the peanut butter one is why you made faces. I understand.
So being a peanut butter allergy, I just can't side with it. Okay, I'm gonna go out. Here's a hot take. I'll even say that even if I wasn't allergic to peanut butter, I still don't think I'd like it. I don't like the taste of it, the smell of it.
You're just kidding yourself.
Put it out there.
Anyways, let's get into why we brought John on today. So John missed the bracket episode, which was a big episode. So we're going to do better than the bracket episode. And we're going to build a fucking zoo today. And this is not just any zoo. It's a dream zoo, some would say. I think we would all say.
Yep.
And I'm going to start it off with my first exhibit. So it's pretty selfish of me to do this, but for the lion exhibit in this zoo, there's a replica of Pride Rock. That's just a fact. Like, that's a fact.
Pride Rock.
Yeah, like, that's a no-brainer. My thing, too, with lion exhibits at the zoo, there's not enough line. There's, like, 2, maybe 3. We need, like, a pride of lions. I want 7 or 8. And I know, John, you have a list, not to spoil a little, of animals you don't want at the zoo. Useless animals, some would say.
Yeah.
I'm actually taking one of the animals off that list. Deer, live deer, and we're putting them in the exhibit for lions to hunt and eat in front of people.
Great ad. Yeah. That adds a little bit of excitement to the zoo visit.
Yeah, it gets the juices going.
That's actually the central theme of several of my exhibits, is letting the fans in on feeding time. It's the most interesting part of animals.
You guys, kids got to learn early that it's all human nature.
It's the dog-eat-dog world, the food chain, top of the food chain.
Earlier you learn that, the better.
All right, what you got, Kyle?
My most important zoo animal, in my opinion, is the penguin. Penguins are absolutely hilarious.
I got it on
timeless classic at the zoo. I did have a little bit of a twist. I don't know if you guys saw that Twitter video of like the penguins that they let roam around the aquarium and they just like stared at fish longingly. That was fucking awesome.
Yes.
I want to have like kind of a more private penguin enclosure in that aquarium. You get to roam around with the penguins, and if you pay enough money, you can throw them into the fish exhibits.
Wow. Yes. Bravo.
Oh man,
hey,
so
that's a good one.
I'm gonna add on to yours, Kyle. I put a comment here that like penguins in general, like all types of penguins, I'd have if it was like a one exhibit zoo and it was just like penguins, king penguins, emperor penguins, all of them, let them free, let them roam, no borders, nothing. I'm all about it.
For this.
Yep. They're so friendly to like people too. They can totally coexist with us as we're just observing, as long as like people aren't fucking dickheads.
Some call it the dog of the ocean.
I can't think of any animal that's not a dog that has more movies like based off it. You got Happy Feet, Surf's Up, March of the Penguins. Yep.
There's like one old animated Penguins movie from like the 90s that I can't think of its name. I think it's Disney. I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Wow. So is that yours, John? Just penguins roam free?
Mm-hmm. I'm just adding on to Kyle's. That's not mine, but I'm just adding.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Let's hear yours now, big fella.
So coming out of the gates, you got to have a strong primate exhibit, right? You can't have just like some lemurs and some other shit. You know, you need a big chimp. You need a good chimp. You know, I started following a chimpanzee on Instagram called him. I swear to God, I've never been so entertained in my life. I love them. So you got to have chimps. You got to have big ass gorillas. You know, got to see them fight. Obviously, love those videos. Orangutans. They're basically just like the wisest animal out there, period. Yep. And whatever Rafiki is, do you guys know? I didn't look it up.
Baboon.
Is he a baboon? Yeah.
Big red asses.
Yeah. Love those. So I'm saying you got to have a big, strong chimp exhibit. Primate exhibit.
Strong agree. Here's my thing. I'm not the biggest primate fan, but they put asses in the seats, and I'm about the dollar. I love gorillas though.
Yeah. So I had a little bit of an add-on to just the monkey part of it, because the best part about monkeys is it's a primate exhibit for sure, but specifically monkeys are hilarious because they throw poop, they masturbate, and they do all the things that you're not supposed to do in the zoo. So. Correct. I kind of want to add an element of danger where there's only netting around, and we'll call it the splash zone around like the rail. and they can throw poop on you. If you get poop thrown on you, you get one free thing from the gift shop.
Damn.
Fine with it.
like
Fine
that.
with it. Fine with it.
So R.I.P.
Off
Harambe.
the discount list, though. Off the discount items. Let's be reasonable now.
Come on.
Yeah, we'll get to Harambe later. That's one of the deep tracks I have, but I still tweet at the Cincinnati Zoo probably 3 to 4 times a year, just reminding them that they handled that poorly.
All right. Adding on to that, I'm good with the net idea. Gorillas still need to be behind the glass because if gorillas get a hold of you,
I mean,
you ever see that one? It was a video on Twitter of like a gorilla running up to the glass and just pounding it, and it like it didn't break, but it cracked. That shit would scare me. Back to the Penguins point. The movie I was talking about was The Pebble and the Penguin. None of you probably saw it.
Name's familiar.
All right, my next point, my next exhibit, 100-yard cheetah race.
Nice.
Still working on the logistics of it, but like clearly there's going to be this wall in between you, and we've got to figure out how to make the cheetah run. I feel like you should get a 40 to 50-yard head start on the cheetah.
It's 100 yards, you said?
Yeah. So you're doing 50, the cheetah's doing 100. I guess there's like... But if you win, you get $50,000.
Yes. I mean, I love that, but I don't see anybody coming close to it.
All right, then make a 70-yard head start. I don't fucking care.
Maybe like a slower animal.
No, no one wants to race anything but a cheetah.
Well, you
could. The thing.
Could you make it like a full-on exhibit where you're just racing animals? It's like you pick. It's like you could get a donkey in there. You could get an elephant in there.
It's like the Dwight Schrute quote from The Office where he's like, "Speed-wise, I'm somewhere between a snake and a mongoose."
You know, that's fair. I'm fine with that. Just an animal race.
An animal race.
You only get money if you beat the cheetah. The money that's the prize.
Got it.
I like it though.
What's the point? Like, congrats, you beat an elephant. Like, big fucking deal, man.
Yeah.
So,
like that's something to brag about. That's going on the resume.
So, quick side note, I did have cheetahs in here, and it was basically your deer idea, except antelopes, which I think are just as fucking useless as deer.
Yeah. It's the Sahara.
It was my actual note was like, once a day, we'll call it the Discovery Channel hour. And we'll helicopter in 20 antelopes to the cheetah exhibit and just let them loose and see how the cheetahs handle it.
Like in Jurassic Park when they dump, like, what is it, a cow into the raptor pit? Yeah, that would be wild.
I have points about that we can get into. One quick point about useless animals. I feel like zebras are teetering on the useless line. They have the stripes going for them, but what do? Just saying.
Not to push back too hard, but the zebra stripes are an iconic staple of the zoo.
I'm just saying they're teetering the line. Like, I'm not saying they're useless, but they're teetering.
Zebras have entered the world of fashion too. Like, you see them, like, people are wearing zebra print. People have like zebra rugs. Like,
Again, I didn't say useless.
To say useless,
it was Derek Zoolander's primary look, the zebra.
Yeah.
Big thing.
All right, no, it's fine. I appreciate the pushback. I appreciate that.
So, speaking of useless animals, though, I want no part of seals in my zoo. I don't know how close that you've gotten to seals. Sure, they can bounce like beach balls on their nose. So can every other animal. Mm-hmm. They're disgusting creatures. They honk at you. Hate them.
Hate them.
Okay. I'll comment on that a little later down the line on my list.
Okay. My next exhibit is kind of like Connor's interactive race one. So do you remember, I'm a big octopus fan. I don't know how you guys feel about octopuses.
They're cool.
I think they're very underrated, but do you remember like the ESPN segments where like they would pick the bowl games? They'd put like 2 balls in the aquarium and the octopus.
They pick the Super Bowl too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to do an interactive gambling exhibit since octopi are like technically smarter than humans. You can pick any 2 games. They'll drop 2 balls down and the octopus will pick one. and then we'll keep track of the octopus's stats. At the end of the week, if he has a losing week, the person who lost the most money on the games gets to kill the octopus. And
dude, PETA is gonna hate this zoo.
This is rich people zoo, where we live out actually all the fantasies, and we have limited liability insurance.
Okay.
I mean,
it puts ass in the seats.
You can also turn the octopus into calamari, so win-win.
Right. They are delicious.
All right, you're up, Squeeve.
All right, so it's a toss-up between these next two, but this one, for sure, has to be a part of it. Going on the interactive experience, it's you got to have a safari, right? You got to have, it's going to block out a lot of the animals we discuss, but the best ones are in it. The lions, king of the jungle, duh.
Yep.
Giraffes, sweet animal.
Well, here's the thing. We can put some lines in your safari. That's fair. I'm reasonable.
We can have a zoo with a separate safari and just make it like Disney does.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking here.
Yep.
Have something like that. It's just in Africa, you got the sickest animals.
Right. Because that creates magical moments that you can't replicate behind glass. A giraffe comes up to the cart and licks a small kid. That'll stick with a family forever.
Have you ever seen giraffes fight?
No.
Oh my! Watch a video of a giraffe fight. It's just they literally just kill each other. They use their necks as just whips. It's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So that's really it. I mean, I've got rhinos listed. I've got hippos, ostriches, all family favorites. So
I love rhinos.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're majestic.
Connor, one of my favorite tweets you've ever had was calling the Pittsburgh Zoo out for not having hippos. I think that's a big omission on their part.
Hippos are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
They're bad motherfuckers too.
Kill more humans than sharks every year.
Yep. They do. So my next point. Well, I'm just gonna get two out of the way because one's real quick. The bald eagle exhibit we're gonna have, because you need to have a bald eagle exhibit. It's gonna be a really nice exhibit, obviously, but there's clearly gonna be a large American flag in it, as well as a large Bush Light flag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next.
I like that.
This one's kind of complicated because it needs to be run by the court systems first. But people who are supposed to go on death row, they should be given an option to go through this giant maze we're going to have. But in this giant maze, there's going to be several tigers.
Oh, jeez.
If they make it out of the maze, they should get a reduced sentence.
And here's one even better. I'll one-up it. It's on pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yep.
He wears a body cam.
It's not going to be every day, just every now and then.
So He wears a body cam, and each tiger has a camera around its neck. So you get it from all angles.
Oh, yes.
Basically the plot of Death Race.
Yeah, pay-per-view, baby.
But again, if they make it out, they get a reduced sentence. I think that's fair.
Reduced sentence. They aren't out.
No, they go from the death penalty to 50 years in prison.
The death penalty.
I was going to say 25. Let's put a realistic carrot in front of them. That'll get them up.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine with it. That would be people would be rooting for these criminals to make it out of the maze alive.
And then you gotta keep track of each tiger's stats. Jingle Bell's over here. He's killed 8 different dudes. And
still looking for that first kill.
Yeah, still looking for his first kill. Yep.
Well, I also think we need to do too, cut off a piece of the criminal's shirt and let the tigers smell it so they know who to go after. I don't know if they have the scent of a dog, but just saying.
I bet you there's something similar to that.
All right, what you got, Kyle?
Okay, so this one, it kind of goes off the monkey one from earlier. It's not really an exhibit per se, and it kind of goes against what you said about the gorilla smashing the glass and being scary. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
Uh,
No, you're good.
cool.
You're good.
Cool. I'm just saying, a lot of lag from you guys. So as long as I'm good, then it'll still be recording fine.
Yep, good here.
But anyway, so it's a gorilla daycare. So
Like
it kind of goes.
Yes.
It kind of goes off the Harambe thing. Like, whenever they dropped that kid down, the gorilla was like, "Oh my god, this kid's in danger," and got super protective over him. That's a 2-foot kill kid. So I guess you have to limit the capacity and everything. But I think one of the biggest things about zoos is like they're so catered toward kids. This is an adult zoo. We're serving alcohol. We're having a lot of fun here, and you want to be able to enjoy the animals without your kids asking you stupid ass questions.
Correct.
So you have to drop your kid 10 feet down so the gorillas get defensive over him. But it is a gorilla daycare that you can drop your kids off at. I think that's very important for this.
Don't like some gorillas have like motherly and fatherly instinct anyway? Like,
yeah,
might not be the worst thing ever. They might learn something.
I've seen Tarzan. It's literally just that movie.
I've seen Tarzan.
If it's anything like Tarzan, their kids are in good hands.
Yep, no doubt. All right.
What do you have, Johnny?
I'm trying to think of which one I want to do next. I kind of went with like an around the world theme. So
I like that.
So just hit the safari. Now I'm kind of thinking like a down under exhibit. Shout out to the Aussies. Koalas, cute, friendly, herpes. Yeah, they all have herpes, I think, right? Something like that.
Sure.
I'm serious. Kangaroo staple.
Oh, I'll get my point on kangaroos in a little.
Yeah.
What is that? Like where the guy punches him in the face for attacking his dog? Remember that video?
I'll just say my kangaroo point now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to add on to yours. I think for the morons and super drunk people, because this is an adult zoo, there should be an exhibit to see if they can withstand like the kick of a kangaroo.
Oh man.
Like they're gonna sign a waiver first, but for all like the drunk assholes, like, I could take a kangaroo. Like, all right, man, then stand there and take it and just let them.
All right, tough guy. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, that was my point. Carry on. Sorry.
And then just some other want to list some other cool animals. I think of when I think of them. The tortoise.
Mm-hmm.
Fun, majestic, cute.
No snapping turtles at this zoo. I don't like snapping turtles. They're mean.
So we'll get that whole section of animal in my get rid of them, don't need them section. And I don't know if they exist here, but I think they do. Komodo dragons, danger. Spike up the danger factor. Get it up.
I don't know if they're Australia, but adamant. They're included.
One of my favorite zoo animals by a lot. Yeah. They're fucking badass.
Dude, they intimidate the fuck out of me.
Yep. Let's get this danger level up. Let's get these people, give them what they paid for.
Yep.
There's like the from like the Planet Earth shows, they like eat wildebeest and shit.
And they've got like crazy bacteria in their mouth that just like kills people from the inside out. Ugh. Terrible way to die.
John, I love all the random animal facts you just have.
I watch a lot of Nat Geo. You can catch me on a Friday night sitting at home watching Nat Geo, no doubt.
All right, Connor, what's your next one?
I should have included this with my maze point, but there should also be another exhibit, not for criminals, but for poachers, because they're pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
They should just be thrown into a pit like Gladiator and eaten alive by tigers or leopards.
I love that idea.
That's how we get PETA on board, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, they would probably be in favor of it.
Yep.
Kyle, you hated on seals earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if I'm a fan of seals. However, in second grade, we went to the zoo, and it was so fucking hot out that day, and we went to see the seals, and their exhibit, like that pool, it just looked so refreshing, and I wanted to jump in. I feel like we should be able to swim with seals.
How about like similarly, we could just have walruses, which are basically seals with tusks anyway.
Yeah. As long as it's like that same exhibit You
Right.
just jump. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay.
Swimming with the animals would be sweet.
Yep. I mean, you can even swim with the penguins. They're super interactive on this.
No
All
doubt.
right.
No doubt.
Just swimming with animals. We're all on board. I see. I knew
All
you guys would be. I knew you guys would agree with that. All right. What you got, Kyle?
All right, so I think now's the time for my showstopper. This is
Yes.
this is a big one. It's the Fear Factor Center. So we paid Joe Rogan $10 million to film like a bunch of videos. I see it like dodgeball. Whenever White Goodman's on the big screen in his gym, it's like you call that a push-up, just like running up all the time. So it's basically just like the reptile house, and we offer up cash prizes like just like $50-$100, something small to like put your head in an enclosure. We drop tarantulas on you. You lay in like a pit of snakes. You get a couple cash prizes, but here's the trick: is like high school kids, college kids, they're dumb and need money. They will 100% do that, and then to go on top of that, we reserve the rights to all the reaction videos from them. So we're gonna have a poppin' social media account. Yep. I think it gets to the point where we have like a show and just create like a Fear Factor thing there. But that's my big idea, is to get Joe Rogan in this and then kind of just build that out.
That's a no.
Or make him an investor, give him some shares.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is a progressive zoo, and that's a progressive exhibit. We can make some big money on that one.
You would never catch me in that exhibit ever. Don't do the creepy crawlies. I don't do bugs. I don't do snakes. Like, no.
I'm petrified of snakes. You gave me $1 billion, I'd do it.
Right. $100. That's where it gets tricky.
$100.
$100.
So yeah, that's my big idea. I was concerned about saying that on the podcast in case somebody like took that and ran with it, but put it out there. It's our
idea. We'll sue you if you take it.
What's it? Trademark it. Trademark.
Yep, trademark.
Trademarked.
All right. So I'm gonna skip one because just basically have gone through it already. Just the aquarium. I'm a big aquarium guy.
But I love a good aquarium.
Just to add on to the aquarium, anti-dolphins. Nope. Let them free. Set them free. No dolphins.
They rape humans. Like, that's like a thing. Like, more dolphins rape humans than sharks kill people.
I think dolphins are pretty overrated.
You can't have them. Like killer whales, get them out of the zoo.
Yeah.
Man,
I kind of think killer whales are cool.
Yeah, they're cool, but they're like smarter than us. You can't keep. They're basically in prison for doing nothing. Can't
have the inmates running the asylum. I get it. Fair enough.
That's
that's a good point in why like SeaWorld exists, because it's like specialized and just focuses on dolphins, killer whales, and those things. Like, they're their own thing. Shouldn't be a part of a zoo.
Nope. Hate them. Hate those people. So we're now going to take a trip back to the good old United States of America. And I'm just going bears, man. Anything better than a bear?
Oh, I have a point about bears. I love
bears. Grizzly bear. Not North America, but polar bears still need to be there.
I was gonna say
not a U.S. thing. Still need them, but just a beautiful, beautiful animal. Big paws, big teeth, get you that thrill factor you're looking for.
They got some fucking mitts on them.
Mitts, man, mitts. So,
that's one I think I'd like to see eat lunch, is the polar bear. Polar bears are like underratedly savage. If you watch like any of those documentaries, absolute killing machines. Love to see them in action.
Oh yeah. Hold on, grabbing a beer.
He's grabbing a beer. I'll wait to bring up my point then, because I'm gonna build off John's point.
Dude, bears is a really good one. I love bears.
Really fucking good one. I'm gonna build off your bear point, John, because I had a point about bears.
Okay.
2 points actually, because I just thought of one. So for like the black bears, brown bears, and grizzly bears, their exhibit should have like a waterfall with salmon going through it, so they can just grab the salmon and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's my point. Here's my point about bears. So we've all heard of the popular store. I don't know if it's popular anymore. Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, sure, of course. Going bankrupt, but no big deal.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Hug-A-Bear. This exhibit, it's gonna be like trained bears. They're not mean, and you can hug them.
Love it.
Yeah,
Who doesn't want to hug a bear?
that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be pretty. I bet bears give the best hugs.
A little
Unrelated. I also think we should have a cow milking station.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
Honestly, Connor, I don't want it to sound gay or anything, but I've never milked a cow, and I kind of want to.
I think I did when I was really younger, but I don't remember.
Right.
But yeah, I'd milk a fucking
I'm not
cow.
saying I want
Slap
to per se, but
udders,
I'm
too.
definitely curious about it. No, I really like.
Yeah. Is it as easy as it looks? Like you just pull on the udder and it squirts out?
Dude,
I
I
know.
don't fucking know.
Like, seems like a pretty easy job to me.
Right.
But that's some good ass milk, and you strike me as a milk guy.
I keep a gallon on deck at all times.
Are you 2% guy?
Yeah. Yep.
But I
I'm
bet
not-
that fresh cow milk.
I'm not badass enough for whole, but I'm a lot cooler than like skim or 1%. So,
Skim.
I wouldn't
Shut
even talk to that person.
it's water with white food coloring.
You're speaking in Arabic.
Yep.
Skim milk.
Yeah.
Kyle?
I mean, I have two small ones. So basically the same thing as you. I think dangerous animals that look super cuddly are just marginalized. Nobody gets a chance to pet them. I'm a big tiger guy. I want to pet some tigers and hang out with some tigers. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Yes.
Majestic creatures. And then The Office, bring that to life, the two-way petting zoo.
Yep. I knew you were going there. You
pet the animals, they pet you back.
Pet you back. I knew you were going there. I like that.
And then maybe like a kid zone where they can ride giant Galapagos turtles. No, tortoises. That's all I have.
That's awesome.
And it's just got my brain thinking, it'd be like a really cute area. You bring your like newborns in and you sit them next to like newborn, like baby animals. You can go get your picture.
Oh my God.
Right?
Center.
Newborn moms would get so wet over that for the Instagram live get. Oh my God. That is a $1 billion idea. That is a $1 trillion idea, actually.
I just pulled that one out of the hat.
You put JC Penney's out of business.
We
Not
actually
even on the list.
trademark that one. We actually need to trademark
that.
Because that's actually like a $1 trillion idea.
I'm an idea man. Some people call me that.
You could charge $100 a picture, and mom's done. Take it. Here's my husband's credit card.
Yeah, here's my wallet. Do whatever you want with it. Just make sure my baby is next to that baby panda.
Oh, pandas. We need to have pandas. Like, I don't know how we're gonna
segue, which is a segue into my next item. Giant pandas.
Yeah. Just giant pandas.
Giant pandas. So what made me think of this one is that viral YouTube video of the baby panda sneezing and scaring the mom. Like, is there a more iconic early day YouTube video?
Maybe the videos of pandas going down slides. Maybe. Just maybe.
So that's another note. Seeing them like rolling down hills is pretty cute. So pandas, gotta have them. And I like the red pandas too. It's not just the giant ones. I like the red pandas too.
Yes. Those are the ones like they let you pet sometimes. They always like call somebody in the enclosure like, hey, come hang out with this panda.
Yeah. Smaller animal, smaller version, but they're red. Cute little pandas.
I like red pandas. They pale in comparison to the original. That's just my opinion.
No doubt. Yeah.
It's my opinion.
No one's arguing that.
And the nice thing publicity-wise about pandas, too, is whenever one is pregnant, the news comes in. I'm pretty sure it's the end of Anchorman.
Yes. Anchorman.
Yeah.
That's like the main storyline of Anchorman is this panda's having a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Big publicity for our zoo to land pandas. All in.
Yeah. All in. Pandas, gotta have them. Must have. Glad I could bring that one to the table and that we're all in agreement.
Yep.
So for my next one that I have, we're actually going to turn back the show a little and go back to John's Safari.
Okay.
So you know those videos where people are feeding hippos watermelons.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Just feed watermelons.
I've seen it's like watermelons, pumpkins, just large foods, and they just chomp in one bite. Yes, that's the segment. That's exhibit.
Love that.
Great. So underrated zoo animal, in my opinion. I'm a big otter guy, and
love otters.
So cute. And apparently, they're the best rock skippers of all time. Like they throw rocks on the pond and like are able to skip them like humans.
No,
I'm not a great rock skipper, and otter's not gonna out rock skip me.
Right.
I don't know, man.
John, you strike me as a rock skipper.
Yeah, I can skip some stones, man.
So it's not rock skipping because I agreed with Connor where I think like a human would just outclass or like in brute strength.
Otter's facing.
So it's that game where the water is like just circling and there's all those little tubes. It's like at Kennywood where you like bounce the ping pong ball and it like goes into there. You play against an otter for money. And
okay.
I like how we're incorporating gambling in this zoo. Again, this is an adult zoo.
Yep.
Yes.
I just thought of this on the fly. I feel like there should be an X-rated section where we watch animals mate.
Yeah, no doubt. People want to see it. You might not admit to it. You want to see it.
Right.
You know Pornhub's going to come. They'll pay big money to come see it.
Yeah,
it's not bestiality if it's animal on animal.
No, let's just put it out there because everyone's thinking it. You want to see something like that. You do.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the birthing?
I think that's gonna pay big money too.
It's sometimes X-rated, yeah, but absolutely we'll have that.
Yeah. Okay.
Included.
Yeah. Wow. Oof.
What's past X-rated? Is X the highest level?
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
We could also get a little weird with it. Like we could try to make some different type of species. Like let's get
cross mate.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's get weird with it.
All of our animals are intersecting in the zoo anyway, so it's bound to happen sooner or later.
That's true. Like let's see what happens when an elephant and like a hippo. Like maybe you get something really cool.
That's a super animal right there. I don't know what it is, but it's a super animal.
Yeah.
Or an elephant and a rhino.
Huh?
An elephant and a rhino.
Sweet.
An elephant with a giant horn on it. That'd be fucking sick.
An elephant with a horn.
The biggest badass in the world.
I wouldn't fuck with that thing.
So is that yours, John? Because I have one more.
So that I did. I'm basically all out. We hit the penguins aquarium. We hit. So yeah, mine are pretty much taken. So yeah, I can say that's my last one.
Yep.
My last one is wolf howling a clock. I'm not sure what time of the day, but
midnight.
One, there's a wolf exhibit because wolves are really fucking cool. But we just make it that they're all howling at the same time, and it's just majestic.
That's sweet. That's sweet. So about it. And you charge double on a full moon because they're going nuts that night.
And Halloween.
Yep.
Maybe I'm thinking if I want, fuck it, I'll add it too. Maybe you could bring your dog and they howl with the wolves. Maybe it's just a maybe. It's
right.
Just a maybe.
It's a specific night. Bring your dog night. See what happens.
That's That's fucking it. Halloween's Eve, the October 30th, Devil's Night.
Devil's Night.
Yes.
We need to trademark
your own risk.
Kyle, do you have the ability to put trademark just at the bottom of this entire video?
I need to figure it out because these are all brilliant ideas. We should probably really make the zoo. I would be all in. That's the thing that zoos have wrong. They build them around kids. Kids don't have fucking money. Adults have money.
Yep.
They don't have fucking money.
We don't want to get our hands dirty. We're just the idea guys here. Now we need to find the people that know what they're doing. We're just the idea guys. We sit in the.
While we're the idea guys, like, give us a couple shares, like, because it is our idea.
We own it, Honor.
Yeah,
we own it.
Right, we pay people to execute this on our behalf and retain all the intellectual property that we created.
All the shares. We have all the shares.
We did the hard part. Like, we figured stuff out. People have done zoo stuff before.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes. We
crocodiles and alligators got no mention at this zoo.
Yeah. Only unchecked item on my list.
Okay, all right. Carry on. Let's hear what you got then.
I mean, I don't really have anything. It's just to include them. They're great animals.
It popped up in my head as the conversations were going, but yeah, it needs to at least be mentioned.
Would you rather? So, are you a crocodile or an alligator guy, Connor?
I would say alligator.
Round snout versus pointy.
Crocodile's round, correct?
Yeah. No, the gator. I thought the gator had the round nose. Crocodile was long.
I mean, I'm a gator guy because you can call them gators, and like SEC Florida, like I support that.
Sure.
You're lagging a little there, Kyle.
Just a little. That's all right. We are you there?
Oh,
we'll carry the show. So where are you at? Are you a Crocs or Gators guy, John?
I think Gators aren't as dangerous as Crocs.
I'm trying.
Oh,
as long as you.
Don't worry, we got the show. We got this.
We got it, Kyle. So Crocs, I'm pretty sure are more.
As long as you guys are good, that's all.
We got it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, you're kind of back.
Talk. Kyle. Fuck it. All right. So
yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're still recording.
Kyle's more dangerous ones.
So I think the Croc is faster, more aggressive, whereas a Gator's just bigger, mean. Don't get me wrong, but I think you run into a Croc versus running into a Gator, the odds of getting away from a Croc are a lot less.
So I'm thinking of this on the fly now. There's several exhibits at our zoo which can probably get you killed.
Yep.
Think we have to have a gator wrestling exhibit.
Steve Irwin, R.I.P.
And that's the one where you get $500K if you win.
Yeah, but the point is if you remember that show, it took 5 or 6 people to jump on it and keep it corralled. You bring the boys, you bring everybody. You can throw as many people as you want into that cage with them, but you just got to pin them down.
Here's the thing, though. You can fucking kill the alligator because I hate alligators and crocodiles. They're goddamn dinosaurs. Those things are fucking mean, nasty. Fuck them, dude. They suck dick.
And Kyle, based off of your reactions, I think you're back with us.
Kind of.
Okay.
I can barely see/hear you guys. Big thing is though, we got the whole zoo thing going, and that was what was important.
We got the entire thing in. We lagged a little there on the Gators, but that's
God
fine.
damn it!
Don't end this. Keep this going.
Capturing.
I got a text from Kyle saying you're still recording. I can hear you. Don't worry. Just wrap up soon, so I don't have to edit anything.
Okay. Can we make a quick run at boring animals that I just want to get rid of?
Yeah, go. Let's do it.
All right. So
deer number one.
Deer. I see them in my backyard or back in Pittsburgh, saw them in my backyard. Don't need them. Foxes. Don't need them. Could see them anywhere else. Don't really care. They're cute.
I'm back.
Kyle, you're back. All right.
Maybe sway me on foxes towards the other direction, but I'm fine with them being boring. Continue.
Groundhogs. There's 100% a groundhog exhibit at the Pittsburgh Zoo.
Yeah.
Go away. You got Groundhog's Day. You got Punxsutawney Phil.
Time out. They're similar to groundhogs, but they're cool as shit. We have a beaver exhibit while they're building a dam.
Yeah, I'm cool with beavers.
Just wanted to throw that in there.
Beavers are not groundhogs by any means.
Right.
Okay. They're wrong.
And I'm gonna throw out just a sweeping statement here. Birds. Get of them all.
Yep.
Flightless. Okay, here it is. Flightless birds.
We're fine with the eagle. Eagle's cool.
Okay, eagle's cool. Flightless birds can stick around. Your penguins. Flamingos. Your ostriches. No, flamingos fly. Ostriches.
Emus.
Emus. Those all stick around. Pigeons. Owls. Doves. Parrots. Get rid of them. Waste of space. They don't bring any excitement to this zoo.
I'll be honest. Ostriches kind of scare me. Like, they're intimidating.
Flightless birds. Keep it around. Flightless birds. Keep it around.
I'm glad I'm not in the minority on that. Because
they should scare you. They're 10 feet tall and will fuck you up.
Yep. They're basically dinosaurs, too.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. I think that is that might be my take for today, is that parrots are the most overrated animals just because they have the ability to mimic sounds.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Dude.
Yep.
Sweet.
Wait a second. We have a racist parrot at the zoo. Racist parrots.
Well, that's funny. What's that funny about it?
Does the podcast, where are we on racism on this podcast? Are we anti-racism or,
We're anti-racism, but we'll make jokes. We'll make jokes.
Okay.
No. We will laugh at racist jokes.
Yes.
Especially if it's coming from a parrot.
Yeah.
I think the best thing is just to not be racist against black people, but it's very okay to be racist against, like, other parts of the world, especially, like, Eastern Europe. They can get it anytime.
Yeah, they're annoying.
Or, like, a parrot that makes fun of Jewish people, because Jews take jokes pretty well.
It's just taking a dark turn.
I'm just saying, like, dude.
He just asked how we feel about racism. We didn't have to call anybody out, and we already alienated the Eastern Europeans and the Jews.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess we know where we guys stand on that stand.
Connor, we collapse.
It's dark.
We collapse like a house of cards.
Wait, John, do you have a take for us?
Do I have a take on what?
The zoo? Sport, fashion, food. Like, what's a food take you have that you've been sitting on? Like, chocolate sucks or something, which isn't my take, but a take of that nature.
I heard Curtis's cold chicken wings take got destroyed.
Wow.
It got crushed.
Poor Curtis.
I thought it was a fine take at the time.
I was okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to go eat them, but they're not terrible.
They're plenty edible.
A food take.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily... just a take.
Okay. Here's one I live and breathe by.
All right.
I think avocados taste like dirt and guacamole sucks.
I love that. But that was... Connor, you basically had a similar take. Like,
guacamole is so overrated the other day.
Most overrated...
Like, fucking guacamole think it is, like, with this extra, like, $8 charge at fucking Chipotle.
It's like,
fuck off,
like
man.
Queso, salsa, guacamole.
I said queso is significantly better. Didn't even think about salsa. Salsa is 1,000 times better than
light years.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Get guacamole, like, an upcharge for guacamole. It's like, what?
Give me a fucking break.
That's one of my strongest beliefs, is that guacamole is one of the worst bangs for your buck of all time.
Look, I'll eat guacamole. I like guacamole. By no means am I paying like $5 fucking extra bucks for it. Get the fuck out of here.
Here's another one that I truly believe in.
Yeah.
Orange anything is the best. So, like, the color orange, best color in the world. Orange Gatorade, top color. Oranges, best fruit. I'm trying to think of what else.
The big one.
Starbursts, the number one Starburst. Orange everything is the best.
It's not a take I agree with, but I love the hell out of the take.
Same. I agree with Connor's take on your take.
Okay. Thanks,
I don't
guys.
agree with the take, but it's takes like that is why we bring you on the show. Like, we don't want just generic ass takes like, oh, pepperoni pizza.
Now you got me on a hot streak. I'll throw one more out to you.
Yes.
Ice cream sucks.
Wrong. I
have never once in my entire life been like, oh my God, I need ice cream. Ever.
There's kids watching this.
Get them the fuck out.
I don't like it. I don't see, like, how about, here's what I'll level with you guys. Like, it's not that I, like, hate it, despise it, but I'm just like, I've never once been like, damn, ice cream would sound real good right now. Never.
See, that's fucking crazy.
I
love the take. It's fucking crazy.
I definitely like ice cream, but that's my favorite take that's been on this podcast. That's my favorite one.
Ice cream. Ice cream's the best. It's so good.
Don't need it. Cut it out. Get rid of it.
If you at least had
ice cream, I think that's the coolest thing ever.
Chocolate ice cream. Are you more of a vanilla or chocolate ice cream guy?
I'm vanilla.
John?
He hates ice cream.
Either. Popsicle. Give me a popsicle versus a ice cream any day. Orange popsicle.
Oh my God.
Dude, I wish I hated ice cream. Like, I want to be that guy. That's fucking awesome.
I should think about it, but I don't like the take. And I think it's a take. It's how we're going to end the show. John, I'll say it. This has been a tremendous show. And it's why for several more times. This isn't your first. This isn't going to be your first. This is your first rodeo, but your next time it won't be your first rodeo.
Yeah, I really hope you guys bring me back on soon. I enjoyed myself, and I'm real big fan of your work, and keep it all, going in the right direction, upwards.
All right.
Well, by the way, this entire podcast is trademarked. Nobody's stealing our shit.
Trademark. All right. I'll see you, Phil.
All right. Bye, guys.